Welcome you all. On this lecture, I will explain about how to solve some numericals on pressure as well as viscosity. The very first numerical here related to pressure. Calculate the pressure. So due to a column of 0.3 meter of the first case is water, the second one is an oil of specific gravity 0.8, third one is mercury of specific gravity 13.6. Then take density of water is 1000 kg per meter cube. So now here the height of the column is given as a 0.3 meter. So for that 0.3 meter, so what is the pressure? So initially for first case that column is filled with water. So then that water is replaced with an oil of specific gravity of 0.8 for the same column height of 0.3 meter. And in third case that column is filled with the mercury of specific gravity 13.6 for the height of 0.3 meter. Here the density of the standard liquid is given. There the water is 1000 kg per meter cube. See the solution now. The height of liquid column, that is Z is equals to 0.3 meter. The pressure at any point in a liquid is given by equation. So according to hydrostatic law, the pressure at any point is equals to density multiplied with the 9.81, that is the G value, and height of the column is Z or H. So now I want to find the pressure for an height of 0.3 meter. So initially density of the water is 1000 kg per meter cube. So now for an water, the pressure at any point for the point is equals to the density of water is 1000 multiplied with the 9.81 and height of the column is 0.3 meter. So now pressure at that point is equals to for the height of 0.3 meter column is 2943 Newton per meter square or 0.2943 Newton per centimeter square. So this is a solution for the first case of this numerical for a water filled in a column of 0.3 meter. The second case for oil of specific gravity 0.8. So now that 0.3 meter height of column is filled with this oil of specific gravity 0.8. So then we know that the density of the oil is equals to specific gravity of oil multiplied with the density of water. So here specific gravity of oil is 0.8, the density of water is 1000. So hence the density of oil is equals to 800 kg per meter cube. So now pressure at that point is equals to P is equals to rho G into Z. The pressure is equals to the density of the oil is 800 multiplied with the 9.81 and height of 0.3. So then pressure is equals to 2354.4 Newton per meter square or 0.2354 Newton per centimeter square. For third case, for mercury of specific gravity 13.6. So now once again we need to calculate what is the density of mercury. The specific gravity is given as 13.6. The density of the mercury, so that is multiplied in order to find out the density of the mercury. Specific gravity value is multiplied with the density of water. So now rho is equals to 13.6 into 1000. Then density of mercury is equals to 13,600 kg per meter cube. So now I want to find out what is the pressure. So P is equals to rho into G into Z. Now density of mercury is 13,600. G value is 9.81 and height of the column is 0.3 meter. So now pressure is equals to 40,025 Newton per meter square or 4.002 Newton per centimeter square. So this is a solution for this numerical. So in order to find out the pressure when the column is filled with the different fluids of the different specific gravity. Move on to second numerical on pressure. A hydraulic press has a ram of 30 cm diameter and plunger of 4.5 cm diameter. Find the weight lifted by the hydraulic press when the force applied at the plunger is 500 Newton. So this is the diagram connected to plunger and ram arrangement. So here the ram is here and the diameter of the ram is given as 30 centimeter. The diameter of this ram is given as a 30 centimeter, and now weight is lifted by this ram, and on the other side there is a plunger of diameter 4.5 centimeter, and here this cylinders is filled with some fluid. The hydraulic fluid is here. So now force is applied to the plunger. The force applied here it is 500 Newton. The 500 newtons of force is applied to the plungers. So that causes what? There is an increase in pressure on this fluid. Correct. Increase in pressure in that fluid. That causes what? That means the pressure is applied to the ram. That means the ram is lifted in upward direction, and that causes what? The lifting of the weight placed over the ram. So by applying these 500 newtons of force, so how much weight can be lifted by this ram? So that I want to calculate from this numerical. So now given data, diameter of ram, the capital D is equals to 30 centimeter is equals to 0.3 meter. Diameter of the plunger is given, that is a small d is equals to 4.5 centimeter is equals to 0.045 meter. The force on plunger, the F is equals to 500 Newton. Find weight lifted, that is W is equals to how much. So how much weight may be lifted by applying the 500 Newtons of the force onto the plunger. So now find out what is the area of the plunger as well as ram. So here area of the ram is equals to, this is calculated by using the formula pi d square by 4, that is equals to the area of the diameter of the ram is given as 0.3 meter. Then the area of that ram is equals to 0.07068 meter square. In similar manner, calculate what is the area of the plunger. The area of the plunger is calculated as the small letter a is equals to once again pi d square by 4. So here small d is equals to diameter of the plunger, and diameter of the plunger is given as a 4.5 centimeter, and the total area of the plunger is equals to 0.00159 meter square. Now pressure intensity due to plunger. So what is the pressure intensity due to the plunger? So we know that the pressure is equals to ratio of force by area. Now force applied onto the plunger is a 500 Newton and area of the plunger is 0.00159. That means now intensity of the pressure on plunger is equals to 314465.4 Newton per meter square. So that means this much of pressure is applied, or intensity of the pressure is applied onto the plunger. So according to the Pascal's law, we know that the intensity of pressure will be equally transmitted in all directions. Hence, the pressure intensity at the ramp. That means whatever the pressure intensity is available on the ramp, so that is the same intensity of the pressure is available on a ramp. That means that is transmitted through that fluid. But what is the intensity of pressure at ram now? The intensity of the pressure at the ram is equals to weight by area of the ram. So now the intensity of the pressure we know. So what is the intensity of the pressure that is available on the ram? So by that is equals to intensity of the pressure is available on plunger. So now the weight I want to calculate what is the weight lifted by the plunger. Then I know the area of RAM, that is 0.07068. With respect to that, we can find the weight lifted by the RAM is equals to 22.22 kilo Newton. That means by using this numericals, we can find so how much weight can be lifted by applying some certain amount of force onto the plunger. Actually, this numerical is very very useful in order to find out or to construct any hydraulic equipments by application of some force. Just to move on to the next numerical, an open tank contains water up to a depth of 2 meters and above it an oil of specific gravity 0.9 for a depth of 1 meter. Find the pressure intensity. The first one at the interface of two liquids, and second one is at the bottom of the tank. So now see the diagram connected to that one. So this is a diagram, a figure connected to this numerical. So there is an open tank. So actually that open tank is filled with the two different types of the fluids. So one is water, another one is an oil. So initially the water is filled for the height of 2 meters. So above water for 1 meter of height and oil is present there. So now you have to find out what is the pressure available at the different locations. The first condition, the first thing is at interface of two liquids. The interface of two liquids means here. So this one is called as what? Interface of two liquids. So now, so what is the pressure intensity on this interface of two liquids? The second condition is what? The bottom of the tank. The bottom of the tank means what is the pressure available in the bottom of the tank here. So here the density of the water we know that is a standard value, that is 1000 kg per meter cube, and density of the water is calculated by using this specific gravity. This specific gravity is given as 0.9 and density of that oil is 900 kg per meter cube. So now height of water, the Z1, that is height of water Z1 is 2 meter. Then height of oil, that is Z2, is given as a 1 meter. The specific gravity of oil, S of O, is equals to 0.9. Then density of water ρ1 is equals to 1000 kg per meter cube. The density of oil is calculated by using that specific gravity value, that is ρ2 is equals to 900 kg per meter cube. Now pressure intensity at any point is given by the expression that is equals to pressure at any point is equals to P is equals to rho into G into Z. Now my first case, that is at interface, the first condition is what now? At the interface of two liquids, that is at oil as well as water. So now here pressure at this interface the pressure at this interface phase is given by is equals to P is equals to, see above this interface there is a oil is present there, correct. For the height of 1 meter the oil is present here, correct. So that is given by pressure at that point or that interface is given by rho 2 into G into 1. The height of the liquid present over this interface, above this interface is 1 meter, correct, 1 meter. So what is the pressure now? The pressure is equals to, so now oil is present, the density of that oil is 900, then the G value is equals to 9.81, the height of the oil is 1 meter, then the intensity of the pressure is equals to 8829 Newton per meter square or 0.8829 Newton per centimeter square. That means, so that much of pressure is available at the interface of these two liquids. The liquids means oil and water. So now what is the pressure at the bottom of the tank? Correct. So now in second case I want to find out what is the pressure available on here at the bottom of the tank or at a point B. Correct. The point B. So now the pressure intensity is given by the formula. The pressure is equals to rho 2 G plus Z2. That means, so now I want to take what is the pressure, the total pressure available or what is the pressure acted by what is the pressure acting by this oil as well as water. So initially pressure from the intensity of the pressure from the oil, that is rho to G into Z2, and what is the pressure intensity by the water, that is P into G, rho 1 into G into Z1. So then substitute the values here. The density of the oil is 900, G is 9.81, Z2 is equals to 1 meter, and density of water, the plus 1000 into 9.81 into Z1 is equals to 2 meter. And now the pressure available at the bottom of the tank is equals to 2.8449 Newton per centimeter square. So now see the variation of the pressure at the interface of these two liquids as well as at the bottom of the tank. From this from this one we can analyze that there is a maximum pressure is available at the bottom of the tank when compared to the interface of this. That means the total pressure acted onto the bottom included with what, the intensity of the pressure from the oil as well as water. So this is a solution to find out the pressure at the different locations in a tank. The next numerical problem number 4. So this numerical is connected to viscosity. An oil of viscosity 5 poise is used for lubrication between a shaft and sleeve. The diameter of the shaft is 0.5 meter and rotates at 200 rpm. Calculate the power lost in oil for a sleeve length of 100 millimeter. Take thickness of oil film is 1 millimeter. So here the viscosity, the dynamic viscosity is given, that is mu is equals to 5 poise. So then convert that into SI units, the poises get converted into SI units by dividing by 10. So that means 5 is equals to 5 poise is equals to 0.5 Newton second per meter square. The diameter of the shaft, the capital D, is given 0.5 meter. The speed of the shaft N is equals to 200 rpm. Sleeve length is given L is equals to 100 millimeter, that is equals to 0.1 meter. The thickness of oil film, that is T, the small t is given as 1 millimeter, that is equals to 0.001 meter. Next, to find out what is the tangential velocity of the shaft. The tangential velocity of the shaft is calculated by using the formula. The U is equals to pi dn by 60. The pi into diameter of the shaft is given 0.5 and speed of that shaft is 200 rpm divided by 60. That means 5.2 5.235 meter per second. That means the tangential velocity of the shaft is 5.2235 meter per second. So using the relation, so we know that the shear stress is equals to dynamic viscosity into shear, the rate of shear strain, that is du by dy. So already we studied these expressions during the theory part as well as while solving some numericals connected to the viscosity. So now shear stress is equals to mu into du by dy. So where du is equals to change of velocity. So what is the change of velocity? The change of velocity, initially the shaft is at rest, then it is rotating at the tangential velocity at what? 5.235 meter per second. So that means now change in velocity du is equals to, so u minus 0 is equals to 5.235 meter per second. Then dy is equals to change in distance, that is the thickness of the oil film, is equals to 0.001 meter. Now shear stress is equals to 0.5 into du is equals to 5.235 and dy is equals to 0.001. So then the shear stress is equals to 2617.5 Newton per meter square. So there is a shear stress on the shaft, the shear force on the shaft. So now easily I can find, so what is the shear force on the shaft? The shear stress is equals to shear force by area. So with respect to that, now shear force on shaft is equals to F is equals to shear stress into area. So now shear force, that is equals to shear stress on shaft is equals to 2617.5 and area of the shaft. The area of the shaft here is pi d into L. The length is considered, for that reason the area of the shaft is equals to pi into diameter into length of the shaft. Then the F is equals to 2617.5 into pi, so multiplied with the diameter 0.5 and length of the shaft is equals to 0.1 meter. So now shear force on the shaft is given by 410.95 newtons. So now what is the torque on the shaft? Now torque is equals to force into radius or force into diameter by 2. Then torque is equals to, the force is 410.95 into the diameter of the shaft is 0.5, then divided by 2, that is the radius now. Hence the torque is equals to 102.74 Newton meter. So this much of torque is available or torque is there in that shaft. So now what is the power lost? So what is the power lost here? The power lost, so that is equals to the product of torque into omega. So torque omega, that is in watts. So here the torque omega is calculated by using the formula 2 into pi into n by 60. The torque is 102.74. 2 into pi into the speed of the shaft is 200 divided by 60, 200 rpm divided by 60, that is rps. Then the answer is 2150 watt or 2.15 kilowatt. So this is the solution. So find out what is the power lost in a shaft. That means in this session we studied about some numericals connected to pressure and what is the pressure at different locations and different specific gravity of the fluids. So then we discussed about one numerical that is related to viscosity. Then thank you all.